Hi guys, I have thought about making this video for a very long time and finally managed to do it. This is going to be quite a long guide, but trust me, you will learn everything here about Redbubble, from creating an account through creating your first products, pricing them, adding relevant titles, tags, and finally making your first sale, or at least increasing them if you are already an active Redbubble seller. Down below we have the YouTube timeline, so you can just watch the whole video or go to specific parts that interest you. If you enjoyed, just leave a like, leave a sub. I worked pretty hard to create this mini course, let's call it like that. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. So maybe there are plenty of newcomers who still don't know what Redbubble is and how you can make money on it. Redbubble is generally a very straightforward, simple print-on-demand platform. You can just create an account, upload your projects, designs, artworks, whatever you call it, and put them on many different products like mugs, stickers, t-shirts, and much more. Then when someone purchases your design, Redbubble will print it on a purchased product and ship it to the customer. You'll receive something called margin of the total price. So basically you will create some designs and rest is going to be done for you. Also, all of the cancelled orders, refunds are taken care of from Redbubble side, so you can just keep on creating different type of art and earning money from commissions. Creating an account on Redbubble is very simple. You'll just need to go to redbubble.com, click on sign up, choose the artist to sign up, enter the email, shop name and your password. And that is it, your account is created. But it does not mean you will be able to start selling your products right away, as Redbubble introduced a couple of updates recently and you will need to upload at least 5 products so your shop will become visible. But first thing first. After registering on the website and adding 5 designs, Redbubble will put you into one of the 3 tiers they created: Standard, Premium and Pro. Basically, there are a couple of differences between these tiers, but the most important one you gotta remember are the account fees. So on Redbubble, since last year, all the standard accounts need to pay additional fees from their monthly earnings, and trust me, you don't want to be put in the standard tier and pay these fees, as some of them can be even up to 70%. So let's say you are selling a product for hundreds of dollars. You are making from it some percentage, which is called your artist margin, and then from this margin you will need to pay additional fees, which can be more than half of your earnings. That's why we gotta take care of our profile first, so we don't look like a bot to Redbubble, and we can have some more chances of getting into premium or pro tier, as these tiers are fees free. First of all, we can set up our shop. You can add some simple avatar, cover image. I recommend using something authentic, like for example your selfie or maybe some cool illustration. Don't upload anything of poor quality or something that looks pretty spammy. Then you can create your bio. This is the store section where you can put a little story behind your store, why you have started selling, what are you selling, etc. Again, here I recommend actually writing it and not copying it from ChatGPT, because you will look like a complete bot. Then you can also add some social links like your Instagram link, for example some online portfolio. All of this will increase your chances of being put into Redbubble Premium or Pro tier, and that's what we want. Then you can take care of your profile, add your real name, last name, that will be needed for your invoices. You can also check if you want Redbubble to show your real name or just the shop name. It really depends on you. And you can also change your notification settings and store URL. One very important thing here is to make sure off-site marketing is checked, as it simply means free promotion for your products through Redbubble ads campaigns and stuff like that outside Redbubble. Next, you will need to update your payment information. This is kind of a personal data, so I'm not going into details here. Just enter your residential address, choose the currency you want to be paid in. After choosing the currency, you will see the options for getting paid. The most common one is using PayPal. I also use PayPal account to get my withdrawals from Redbubble, so they will ask you to just log into your PayPal account and confirm it. There are also different withdrawal options, but these really depend on your location. The last thing here is to add your phone number and you're pretty much done. After your profile is created, it is time to start selling some products. But if you are not an actual artist, like probably most of Redbubble sellers, you'll need to come up with some ideas. So you need something which is called a niche. Basically, niche in e-commerce can be a type of product you wanna sell, but here on Redbubble we can call a niche some specific trend that is going on currently. This can be some quotes, some saying, funny design, anything that is currently trending. But how can we find such trends? This is the part that is called niche research, and it is probably one of the most important parts in print-on-demand business. Without a good niche, you won't stand a chance of beating your competition. So when you want to create something, and like for example you enter cat in the Redbubble search, you can see that there are over 1 million different cat designs. You have absolutely no chance in ranking under this keyword. I believe the general rule is to look for something around 500 results when you are just starting out. These niches are especially great for beginners as they don't have much competition but also have some demand. So how can we find a niche? Right now I'm gonna show you 4 research methods I find very useful. Just before that, if you are struggling with niche research and want some help, I offer a cheap service called Niches of the Month, so you can just purchase 30 niches that will work on most print-on-demand platforms like Redbubble, but also Amazon Merch Public. With code Johnny you'll receive 10% discount. Check the description, everything is there. Let's get back into the niche research. The first research method is probably the easiest one. You can just enter a very generic keyword like cat, as we did before, to just look for any cat designs with, for example, some funny quote or with a unique element that stands out. And what you will be doing is kind of narrowing this niche. Let me show you an example. I entered keyword cat and then found a design easily distracted by books and cats, so this is a Redbubble niche. Now to check the competition of this niche, so to see how many results it has and how many products we're gonna beat to get into the first page, we'll need to open the incognito mode of your browser and try to research for this keyword on Redbubble but without logging into your account. Why are we doing that? Since last year, numbers of results on Redbubble can be much different depending on your search method. If you are logged in, Redbubble will usually show you a fake number of results. In this case, it was 10,000 results, but they will show 10,000 on practically most of the keywords you enter there. So in order to see the real number of competition, just go into incognito mode of your browser, enter the keywords without logging in. Sometimes it requires a few tries from different web browsers to see the real results, but it is really worth it. And now you can see that this keyword has around 600 results. This is our competition. Not bad, it is maybe not something below 500, but still much less than 1 million. So this is how a first method will look like. It's the easiest one and doesn't require any additional external tools. You just enter a very generic keyword and try to look through many designs. The second method is as easy as the first one. You will need to go to Redbubble and enter any letter of the alphabet in the search results. And in the search bar you will see a couple of keywords starting with this letter and having like an arrow on the left side. It means that these keywords are currently trending on Redbubble and have some high demand. You can just go through all of the alphabet letters and try to look for something interesting. Now the issue with this method is that a lot of these phrases are copyrighted. I will show you how to check trademarks and copyrights in the next part of this video, so just go through all the letters, write down all the niches which you are interested in, and then you can check the trademarks and start creating. You will obviously need to check the competition of every niche using our incognito mode method, if Redbubble will show you fake number of results. The third method will be using some external tool. I don't want to give you any specific tool because maybe it will not exist in a couple of years when someone is watching this video, so you can just go through the internet and find something useful. As of February 2024, when I'm creating this video, you can for example use Bubble Spider. This is a very handy website and is made specifically for Redbubble niche research. You just gotta go there, set the trend slider to only green trends, set the maximum competition to let's say 500 and sort the designs by number of competition. Very easy method. You can also experiment, use different websites like Bubble Trends, Top Bubble Index, many more, but I don't want to give you a specific examples, just go through all of these keywords and find some good niches. Research method number 4, probably the best one for me. The fourth method is unfortunately a paid one, but I believe it is far better than the others. We'll be actually using Amazon niche research tool, but in my opinion it works great for Redbubble as not many people do this kind of research. So using this you can expect niches with much lower competition. So the website we'll be using is called Merch Informer. With my code JohnnyPOD you receive 20% discount while registering on the website. You just need to put it in the coupon code section. And besides using this discount, you will also have 3 days trial to test out this tool. And after these 3 days, you can just cancel the subscription if you don't like it, and you will pay $0. So here what we are going to do is open the left panel and go to the Merch Hunter tool under the product research section. After going to the Merch Hunter, there are a couple of settings we gotta change. First of all, let's send searches by bestsellers from top 100 to top 500, so we can see 500 designs instead of 100. Then exclude all the trademark brands like Marvel, DC, etc., so we can get rid of trademarks keywords right from the beginning. Now we'll just change the BSR range slider from 100 to 150k to something like 500k. If you don't know what the BSR is, this is something for Amazon sellers. Basically, the lower BSR, the more a product is selling. And now you can leave the rest as it is. Click on search and go through all of these different niches. You'll need to obviously check the competition for every niche using our incognito mode method, but using this tool you can very easily find niches that have less than 100 or even 50 results on Redbubble and are trending on other platforms. So usually what happens is that a niche is trending on some big websites like Amazon first, and then smaller platforms will follow. So a fourth method, very useful. I really encourage you to try it out. Trademark check is something that is really important in the whole print-on-demand process, not only on Redbubble, but also on Amazon, Etsy, all the other platforms. I will try to explain this as simply as possible. First, you gotta find a website that will be able to check the trademark's phrases. Now, personally for me, TM Hunt, which is a very small trademark website, works the best. The tool is so simple and I don't use anything else. But one thing I gotta mention here is that TM Hunt checked trademarks class 25, which is related to clothing, footwear and headgear, as we can read on Google. So you cannot be sure that it will cover all the Redbubble products. But throughout my 5-year Redbubble experience, I have always been using TM Hunt and had very few cases where my designs were taken down, but even if it happened, it was rather my fault than the TM Hunt itself. So go to the TM Hunt and choose Split Search tab. It basically means that TM Hunt will use the single keywords and also the combination of the words. As an example, we can enter our previously researched phrase, easily distracted by books and cats. Just to prove it to you, I'm gonna paste this phrase into multi-search and also split search. You can notice that on multi-search we see there are no trademarks, but when we switch to the split search, TM Hunt also took every keyword and analyzed it. That's why you always gotta use split search, so you can be 100% sure you are checking everything. Okay, but we entered our keywords and we can see that there are a couple of trademarks showing, but the incredibly important thing you gotta remember is that some keywords may be shown on the TM Hunt page as potential trademarks, but it does not necessarily mean they are dangerous anyhow. So to simplify it, any keyword that is used as a normal word in everyday speech is usually nothing to be worried about as long as you use it in a longer sentence. We can see that the word instructed is a trademark text since 2019, but the word instructed is a normally used word that we just put into our sentence, so it means it is fine to use it. But watch out for the brand names and stuff like that. Even if you're using the word Marvel in some sentence, so let's say I like Marvel movies, you are unfortunately breaking copyright law and you can't use this keyword that way. So more or less this is how you are going to check trademarks. One more thing that needs to be mentioned here is that you need to remember every part of Redbubble listing needs to be trademark checked. You cannot have any trademarks in your title, tags, description, on the design, anywhere. So please keep that in mind. So now we are moving into a very important part, which is creating a design. We got a niche, we have checked the potential trademarks, so we can start creating our artwork. You have plenty of options you can choose from when it comes to creating the design, but probably the easiest place is going to be Canva. Canva is a very simple graphic design tool you can use for free with some limitations. Just go to canva.com, register your account or log in through your Google account, and now you just need to click on create a design, then custom size, and here you can choose the dimensions. On Redbubble page we can read that to cover all of the products you need to use a 9075 by 6201 pixels large image. However, Canva images can be maximum 8000 pixels large, so you can use a bit smaller dimensions And being honestly with you, I've always created my designs in a square format and have never had any issues with that. The design creation is a process that can be learned in just small part of this video. Some graphics are going to be better, some are going to be terrible, but one thing I can recommend to you when you are beginning is to look at your competition products and try to come up with something unique. So when it comes to our niche, you can go with something simple like a pure text, but you can also add a cat sleeping on the book or any other similar idea. Try to be original and try to create something that you would like to purchase yourself. When you finish creating your design, you can click share in the upper right corner and then on download. The thing to keep in mind is that Redbubble you should use images with transparent backgrounds, and unfortunately on a free version of Canva you can't remove the background. Just save it with some easy to cut background like white or green or any other plain color. And you can upload it to some online background remover. I'm gonna leave some links in the description to a couple free removers. Also, if you have like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop on your computer, it shouldn't be any problem to delete the background. When the design is created and you have the transparent background on it, you can finally upload the product to your store. Please keep in mind that, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, your designs will be visible after you upload the 5 designs and Redbubble will review your account. So generally the upload process on Redbubble does not require any further explanation. It is very intuitive. First you gotta choose the title, description and tags. Let's fill the tags later. Now we can deal with the title and the description. On Redbubble, title and description do not really matter that much. In the title you can just describe what is on the design, so if it is a quote you can just enter the quote, but the Redbubble algorithm is positioning and indexing the designs only using tags. So enter some title that describes your work, but don't waste too much time on it. The description is not that important also. Some people say it helps with Google rankings, but usually I just copy and paste the title here. You can be a bit more creative, treat it as like any sort of message to your customer to just encourage them to purchase your product, but usually many customers on Redbubble don't even read the descriptions. Now we can position the design on every product and we'll come back to tags in the next part. So positioning the design is very easy. You just click on the product and here you can move around your design so it is centered and where you want it to be. Also on the right you have the option to automatically center the designs horizontally or vertically. The only thing you need to focus on here is to choosing the right color. At the beginning of the upload page you have the background color, so this is the color of all the products beside the first 3. The first 3 products, meaning t-shirts and hats, needs to be taken care of separately. At the bottom of the page you also have the media to choose from, so if it is some Canva illustration you can just select design illustration and for example drawing if it includes some drawing. Next part is choosing your default product. You will have optimize selected by default and you can even read that this option is recommended, but what I recommend is using stickers as your default product. And why is that? Generally stickers are the most popular type of product on Redbubble. You will most likely sell a lot of stickers, definitely more than for example t-shirts. And another benefit of setting stickers as your default product is that they are really well visible for the customers. Sometimes on a t-shirt it's quite hard to see what exactly is on the design, but with the sticker they will appear as a nice large image, so there won't be any issues with that. Then just select if your design is a mature content and you're almost done, because now we are moving into the tags section. For the last couple of years there have been some changes in the Redbubble tag system. They have reduced the number of tags being used under products. They also reduced something which is called tag spamming, so it means repeating the same tag over and over because it generally helped people to rank their products higher. Tags are just finding some 15 keywords that will be related to your artwork and help your design to be found. My tip here is to stay away from very generic keywords. The tags like funny, cute, love are generally very saturated, so there is like no chance your designs will be even positioned under these keywords. So how to find good tags? I recommend a combination of 2 methods here. First is entering keyword you have researched and look on the best-selling design, so something from the top row. Just click on some of these and scroll down to their tags. Now you can just write down a couple of interesting keywords. The second method is to use an external tool called Redbubble Index, which in my opinion is a true game changer for researching tags. I have even mentioned it in some of my videos. Just go to the redbubbleindex.com, Redbubble tools and choose tag generator. Now simply enter the keyword you have researched and copy some tags. That is it. Don't overcomplicate this process. With a bit of practice, it will become very natural to you. After the tag section is done, you can just upload your product. One pro tip from me is that when you will be uploading your second design, use the exact same dimensions, and then just go to Manage Portfolio on Redbubble and click on Copy Settings. It will save you tons of time of setting every product again. Additionally, it is worth knowing that currently on Redbubble you can upload a maximum of 30 designs per day. So you are starting uploading your product, and now it is time to price them. What you earn on Redbubble is artist margin, so some percentage of the total product price. Very useful thing is that you set this margin to any amount you like. But please remember that increasing your margin will also increase the total product price. I've made some videos about how you can price your products, so if you want to go into details, I encourage you to watch them. But generally at the beginning, you can leave a default margin of 20% on most of the products and only increase it on the cheapest products like postcards, buttons and stickers. Increase the margin there from 20 to even 100%. And you're good to go. Don't forget to check the little box on the bottom of the website so that all of the already uploaded designs will also have their prices changed. This is going to be actually a very short section because when it comes to promoting Redbubble products, I would definitely not recommend running some PPC campaigns, so meaning paid ads. Redbubble currently does not have an on-site marketing system like Etsy or Amazon, so I would also stay away from some external ad services. Anything like Fiverr or services like that are a big no-no here. The only reasonable option, which is completely free, is to use Pinterest. You can very easily pin your products there, and with some time they can go viral, who knows, and maybe will get you a lot of sales. There are like full guides of using Pinterest for Redbubble. I just don't think it is that relevant and we should spend so much time here on this. So you can just watch some YouTube video on how you can squeeze the Pinterest performance to get more sales. This is going to be the last section in this guide. It is kind of an additional option for people who are like real artists, meaning you can draw art or create really cool edits in Photoshop. If you are even not interested in this part, in the last section I will be answering some most common questions on Redbubble. You can just skip to that part. So Redbubble has something called Fanart program. This is a brand partnership with companies like HBO, Netflix, and they enable you to create some fanart designs based on famous TV shows like, for example, Stranger Things. One thing to mention before I show you how to use the Fanart program is that Redbubble standard accounts can upload fanarts. Yes, they can, but they don't have the priority in participation. So this is another reason why you should try getting premium or pro tier. Generally, taking part in Redbubble Fanart program is very simple. You just go to the brand partnership you are interested in. I will leave the links in the description, and upload your artwork using specific tags. So let's take Stranger Things as an example. You create an artwork and add tags like Stranger Things Netflix, and Stranger Things without space. Click on upload and your artwork will be reviewed. This can take even up to a couple weeks before being rejected or accepted, so you gotta wait. Of course, that before creating artwork, I really recommend reading partner guidelines so you can make sure you know what's allowed and what is not, and practically this is that simple. So you have this little before you upload checklist, so make sure to tag your work, use the accepted formats, and use the recommended dimensions. Just hit submit and hang tight while your masterpiece is reviewed. That's what Redbubble says. So this is the part where I try to answer probably most asked questions. Let's begin. Can I run Redbubble multiple shops? Yes, you can run as many shops as you like, you just need to change the email address. Please remember that when running multiple shops, your daily upload is still 30 designs per day across all of the shops. Redbubble suspended my account, what can I do? Generally, when Redbubble suspends your account, your only option is to appeal from that suspension. If that doesn't help and you still believe you have been banned by mistake, you can try leave a message on their Twitter account. I got put into a standard tier, what can I do? I made a video about the only two options of getting premium tier, but long story short, you can try apply to a higher tier to Redbubble online form, or you can try creating a new account and maybe you will be put into a higher tier. When to expect the first Redbubble sale? First sale is something that always puts a big smile on your face, and many people still wonder how long it actually takes to get this first sale. Obviously, I can't give you the exact amount of time. Generally, if you are consistent and if you are doing everything right, you should make it in the first month of doing Redbubble, but this is only when you upload consistently, so at least a couple times a week. How much can you earn on Redbubble? I generally think Redbubble is not a website for making big money because like the prices of the products and number of customers is too small to make everyone a millionaire here. So unless you reach out the first page on some very popular keyword, and I mean like a keyword over a mil results, you cannot expect huge earnings. But anything between $50 to like 200 or 300 a month is definitely an option for most sellers. How many designs should I upload per niche? So my general answer is to start uploading like 1 or 2 designs per niche, and if you get some sales, you can add new designs to this niche later. But don't waste time like adding 10 artworks per niche at the beginning, because you are losing the potential of just diversifying your portfolio. Guys, thank you so much for watching this guide. I would really appreciate if you could leave me a like, subscribe, or check out my other services from the description of this video. It was a pleasure showing you all that stuff. Redbubble was one of my first print-on-demand websites, and I have used it for the last 5 years. I'm gonna do some small break after this video, so probably like 1 or 2 weeks, but in the meantime you can just check more content from my channel. I got some pretty interesting stuff, not only around Redbubble. Alright, thank you one more time for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I wish you a lot of sales. Bye.